A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. In the name of Allah, most gracious, ever merciful. Assalamu alaikum. Peace and blessings of God be upon you all. I'm here today at the Charity Walk for Peace event being held in Petersfield, and you can see in the background people are just arriving to set up and organize for the participants that will be arriving soon. And we'll be giving you footage from the walk, following people around, taking interviews with people, asking them how they've enjoyed the event, speaking to the organizers as well and finding out more about the organization, how long they've been preparing for this, some of the difficulties they've faced as well this year, in particular after not having been able to hold the event last year because of the COVID situation. And inshallah, God willing, we will bring you more from the day's events. Assalamu alaikum.
Last year we couldn't have this event because of COVID restrictions, but this year we just thought why not to keep the ball rolling, and that's the reason, even with the limited resources and with all the restrictions regarding COVID, we thought why not to have this event. Part of this event would be virtual and rest will walk physically with the limited number of people. And obviously we are grateful to Council for all the help they have done over the years, and hopefully we'll keep growing in future as well.
يسألونك ماذا ينفقون قل ما أنفقتم من خير فللوالدين والأقربين واليتامى والمساكين وابن السبيل وما تفعلوا من خير فإن الله به عليم. Translation: I seek refuge with Allah from Satan the accursed. In the name of Allah, the gracious, the ever merciful. They ask thee what they shall spend. Say, whatever of good and abundant wealth you spend should be for parents and near relatives and orphans and the needy and the wayfarer. And whatever good you do, surely Allah knows it well. Holy Quran chapter 2 verse 216.
Thank you very much, and good morning everybody. It's wonderful to welcome the Charity Walk for Peace back to East Hampshire and Petersfield. This is a very, very important community event for us, for the charities involved. It's wonderful to see so many charities involved and returning charities. I haven't got a list in front of me, but I know I can see your dementia friends, Alzheimer's Society logo, Mandy, East Hampshire, Artscape, of course. We've got Explorers, we've got the Venture Scouts. Who else? You've got to help me now at this point. The crossover list, fantastic, and probably others that I haven't mentioned. But for all of these charities, it's a great opportunity to come together. It's an opportunity to celebrate what our brilliant local charities and swallows. You didn't shout out swallows when I was looking. Sorry, thank you. To celebrate what our brilliant local charities and organisations do, as well as an opportunity to raise money. I want to thank the Ahmadiyya Muslim Community for this, for organising this event, but actually for everything that you do with our community. We're very proud of our association with the Ahmadiyya community, principally of course through Jalsa Salana, when as an area we're very pleased and proud to welcome the community for that important event, annual celebration and reflection and prayerfulness. And it's a great privilege for us here locally to be able to do that. But for today, I want to thank everybody who's organised this. It's always an incredibly well organised event. Anybody who hasn't been on this walk before, you will be struck by the precision of the organisation as you go round. And I also want to thank everybody who's taking part, because of course that is what makes an event, that's what makes an exercise like this. And thank you very much, of course, for inviting me to come and join you. It's wonderful to be here, and I wish everybody a successful and an enjoyable walk for peace as we do that together. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. I think I know quite a lot of you through Charity Walk for Peace and other organisations. I work with the community for I don't know how many years now, I dread to think. I've worked with Charity Walk for Peace right from the very first walk, which was, I don't know, how many years ago was that? That was 2015. Wow, where's that time gone? And I always was very apologetic because I helped organise it, and then I disappeared on holiday and didn't really do it other than in the sunshine somewhere. So I felt very responsible for that. Year on year on year, this event has grown and grown and grown. So with the pandemic and everything else that's happened, you know, it's for me, this is the most rewarding thing now, to see everybody gather together. We might be small in numbers, but as you know, there's been walks going on throughout the week to raise all those funds that actually we really do need to help our voluntary sector, because you've been through tough times over the last few months, and I think it's time now that we can help rebuild and actually get you back onto the footing that you need. So we're small. I think I want to also echo what Damian said, that actually thank you to everybody that's actually got this off the ground this year. I think my particular thanks I want to go for me personally would be to the officer team, Dean, Kate and Lisa. I think this has been one of those times when we weren't sure whether it was going to happen. 1 minute it was, then it wasn't, and then we went into lockdown, and then we didn't never come out of lockdown. So we were always on tenterhooks of whether this was actually going to be. We just found a date and said, you know what, let's do it, and if we have to pull it off and take it away, we will. But we need to do something. We've got to do something, because it's just so important not to lose that momentum. Next year we're going to come back, and we're going to come back bigger, better, stronger, and we're going to raise an awful lot of money next year, and I'm hoping we're going to raise a lot this year as well. So thank you everybody, thank you for coming. I'm so glad it's not raining, I'm so glad the sun's come out for us, and let's have a great walk. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon you all. I'm absolutely delighted that we've been able to organise and hold this walk today. I won't take much time. I really wanted to share my gratitude and my thanks to all of you. I think the key thing for us this year, that we were desperate to hold this walk. We really wanted to get back into it after missing last year due to the pandemic. And our focus really was that, you know, we really wanted the community to be represented here. So I'm particularly thankful to MP Damian Hines for coming, to the councillors, to Julie and the team for organising, and of course the charities, which is really, you know, the purpose behind this walk is we really want to raise as much funds as we possibly can for the charities. It's been a tough time for everybody, but particularly the charities serve a particularly useful function that's, you know, has suffered in the last 18 months, and this is the reason why we were desperate to hold it in whatever form we could. Initially we weren't, you know, thinking of just having a purely virtual event, but now with the lockdown easing, we've decided let's have a limited setup here, get people together. So I'm absolutely delighted to see, you know, the charities, councillors, MP, and of course the Ahmadiyya Association, regional association that's represented here. I just wish all of you have a wonderful day. Enjoy the walk, enjoy seeing each other again, each other's company, and, you know, hopefully we'll raise lots and lots of money this year, and of course next year bigger and better. I do want to mention that at the end of the walk there is we will have a packed lunch available, so please feel free to take a packed lunch with you, and see as you wish. And other than that, we will just end this session now. I want to just make a few things One, I'm going to request our Vice President of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Community to lead us in a silent prayer. You can join in any way you want in our community. It's a tradition of ours that we start our events with a prayer. So if I could request Dr. Mandy to lead us in please be able to join in any way you feel comfortable.
As Zakaria Sahib said, you can join in any way you like. You just hold our hands up and you can do it in this way. So please join me in silence.
I'm Lisa Clements. I'm one of the Community Development Officers at East Hampshire District Council, and I've helped with Dean, my colleague, to do like the admin and paperwork from the support side from the District Council.
Hi, and I'm Kate Ponton. I work with Havant Borough but also with East Hants as well, and I was pulled in to be involved this time with looking at the event and how it's set up, especially in relation with COVID as well, that we're obviously very making sure that all events are secure and still putting COVID in our minds. Yes. No, I think it's like we've both just been involved this year, and it's not something I've heard of before. But I think it's a lovely idea, especially with everything that's going on in the world. You know, we have got some really sad situations out there. People have had a real tough time with COVID. I think both of us have worked with the coronavirus support line as well. And it's just, there's so much going on, and I think something like this, bringing people together virtually and in real life, I think, it's just a positive step, and it's what we need at the moment. So, well done to everyone who's worked hard to get us to this stage.
Yeah, I echo what Kate says really, but I think it's just, you've got to be kind to each other, and I think that this is kind of one of the messages that's out there is be kind,
yes.
Walk for peace, that's what we need.
Definitely.
We all need a bit of peace.
Yeah.
मेरा नाम अताबारी विरक और मैं करौली मजलिस से हूँ। कोविड की वजह से इस साल हम फूड पैक है और सोशल डिस्टेंस है और मास्क जो है उसका है और पैकिंग करके सबके लिए इंडिविजुअल खाना जो है उनको पैक करके दे दिया गया है।
मेरा नाम अब्दुल गफूर जावेद। इस वक्त चैरिटी वॉक में मेरी पोजीशन ऑर्गेनाइज़र की है और सेटअप मेरी ज़िम्मेदारी। इसी तरह जितने भी मार्शल्स लगाए हैं या जो भी पोस्ट, वो हमारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी थी। ये सेटअप, ये बैकअप जो है सारा हमारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी थी। और दोनों अंसार भाई जो हैं वो 3 दिन से मेरे साथ लगे हुए हैं और ख़ासकर जो बारी साहब हैं उन्होंने सारे पोस्टर वगैरह प्रिंट किए हैं और फिर उसके बाद उनके स्टिक्स वगैरह तैयार हुई हैं, तो जो हमने डिग करके पूरे एरिया में जहाँ रूट है उसके ऊपर लगाए हैं।
I'm Damian Hines, I'm Member of Parliament for East Hampshire. East Hampshire, of course, is the venue every year for Jalsa Salana, and so we're very pleased also to be able to have this Walk for Peace here today in East Hampshire. Well, it's been great to be in touch with members of the Ahmadiyya community for a number of years now, and I know that there's an awful lot of charity work the community does, and that includes here in East Hampshire and the Walk for Peace. I know that this happens in lots of places, but we're particularly pleased that you're also able to organise this event here. I don't actually remember exactly how many I've been on now, but it's been a few, and it's always very well organised. It's a great way of bringing people together. Of course, coronavirus hasn't gone away. It is still there. We still have to be vigilant. We still have to be careful, but we do look now towards towards the future. And I think this is a very, very important time for charities, for their role in society. And I very, very much welcome what the Walk for Peace and Ahmadiyya charitable support is able to do.
Thank you very much. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, the route's been very easy to follow.
They're behind us.
Okay, so how far have you walked so far, do you think?
I think halfway.
Around halfway, I think.
To the town centre.
So like a mile.
Okay, I'm Councillor Julie Butler. I am the portfolio lead for welfare, communities and housing, and I've been involved with this right from the beginning, so it's really exciting to be back and walking again. It's such a great partnership that we've got with the Ahmadiyya Muslims. What I will say, this year's been a little bit hit and miss because we really didn't know whether it was going to happen or whether it wasn't, and then, you know, with dates and things, with your Jalsa Sanala and everything else, it all got a bit, we just found a date in the end and just stuck to it and hoped that it would work. If ever there was a time that we needed things like this, it's now. The world's upside down, as we all know when we see the news. Locally, charities especially, that are there for the good of the community, working, they've been working tirelessly, the ones that could, for the pandemic, alongside other things. But you know, this is what this is all about, is working with those charities so that we can raise money so that they can carry on doing their work. We don't want to lose any of these people, because you know, they are the heartbeat of what we're all about. And if we don't...
Hello, I'm Mandy, Project Manager of Artscape, and I'd like to say a huge thank you for us being chosen as one of the beneficiaries for Charities Walk for Peace this year. It's a great honour for us to be part of this. The times, as we all know, have been so challenging, and we're really working hard at the moment to get people back out, socially engaging, but safely in the landscape. So having this opportunity to raise money and work with more people and to help more people is greatly appreciated, and we're very humbled to be part of this. Thank you very much.
So my name's Bentley. I'm a councillor at East Hampshire District Council, and I've sat on the committee helping the council and the Ahmadiyya Muslims organise it. So I've done the event for the last 3 years, well, before COVID. And then this time I've sat on the committee helping Councillor Butler and the others organise it. So yeah. This year specifically, it's made us go more digital, videos, trying to think outside the box and still get the event run, but under the circumstances and unfortunately the legislation that allows us to run the event. So I think this year actually I'm really interested to see how it goes and how it works with all the videos and groups doing their own walks and bringing it all together. So it'll be quite interesting to see how it goes and see what we can learn for the future.
Yeah, different dynamic.
Yeah, absolutely different dynamic.
Yeah, hello, I'm Rob McAtter. I'm a district councillor for East Hampshire. I'm in charge of placemaking for East Hampshire, but I'm also the county councillor for Petersfield. So I'm wearing 2 hats today. I'm basically walking because of my involvement in the HDC, and I'm also representing the county, and I'm delighted to be doing so next year. But I think that the whole idea about the Charity Walk for Peace, I think, is something we should all absolutely embrace. Lots of charitable organisations have suffered enormously from both funding in the last 18 months and in terms of demands on their services. So we have a situation where a large number of organisations have needed more money at a time when they've actually been spending more money. So that imbalance is really difficult for lots of local charities. So an event like this that helps raise money for them is an enormously beneficial event. So I think it's anyone who's running a charity has found the last 12-18 months very difficult. And there's been a lot of government support to the business community. We've been less good at being automatically supporting charities, particularly if they don't have premises. That's one of the big issues, that if you're a charity with a premise, you'd have got business support for the premise, but you wouldn't necessarily for your operation. So the EHDC is very keen to try and keep as many people involved in the charitable sector as we can, and I think that's a really worthwhile goal for us as a community.
Yeah, my name's Richard Lewis, and I'm here representing Swallows Trampoline Club. There are 3 of us in the walk, and there's another section of us with about, I think, 10 or 12 walking in a different location today. Where we're looking to raise some funds to go towards 2 coaching courses. We do a lot of disabilities coaching, So we're hoping to put 2 coaches through those courses. We may not get enough to totally cover that, but any contribution towards that is good, I think. So it's been quite difficult over the last year. We haven't been able to run a lot of classes, so it was a bit of a financial hit for us as well. But when we came back in the summer term, we've done really well, so people seem to want to be getting back into sport. We've got a big waiting list, and we've just managed to purchase some new equipment. So throughout the period it was quite tricky, but we've bounced back quite well.
One of the charities supported was the Kingsley Organization, who provides support, integration and training for disabled people and community services for local residents.
Thank you for your interest and support of Having an East Hants Mind. All of the gifts, donations, fundraising, grants, all goes towards our ability to continue to deliver free to access wellbeing and crisis services, along with supporting some of our community projects. Here's a few of the different ways that we use some of the funds that are raised. A £75 fundraising or donation can enable our children and young people service to go into a school and deliver an assembly or a presentation to raise awareness of mental health, challenge and tackle some of that stigma that exists, and signpost to relevant and local support and services. A £550 gift or donation can enable our wellbeing team to support someone experiencing debt or a housing crisis that may be impacting on their mental health and wellbeing. A £1,250 donation or fundraising can enable our wellbeing team to deliver a 6-week symptom management course for 10 participants. A £2,500 donation or fundraising can enable us to recruit, train and support 10 volunteers that will enable us to deliver more workshops, peer-to-peer groups and sessions as well. Thank you so much for your interest and support in Having an East Hants Mind. If you do have any questions about how to get involved, support, share our information, become a fundraiser, donor or get involved as a Charity of the Year, please do get in contact.
Another charity supported was Crossover Youth Centre in Liss, who provide a happy, safe and informal environment where young people aged from 9 to 19 can meet and make friends. Dementia-friendly Petersfield aims to increase the awareness and understanding of dementia among businesses in the town, so those affected feel more supported by the business and services they rely on. Thank you to the involvement of the Attenborough Explorer Scout Unit of Clanfield, who run activities for Explorer Scouts aged between 14 and 18. They do such activities as tomahawk throwing, rifle shooting, and visiting escape rooms.
Hi, who are you?
We are Attenborough Explorer Unit.
And what are you out here doing?
The charity fundraiser Walk for Peace.
What are you going to use the money for that you raise?
We're going to use it for equipment and international expeditions.
Here we are, we're setting off for our charity Walk for Peace. This is Artscape and we're walking around beautiful Staunton Country Park. And they're all waving away. Woo! We'll catch up with you later. Thank you.
Yeah, my name's Ross Borman. I'm from Havant and East Hampshire Mind. It's been one of those years whereby we've had quite an increase in people coming forward. There was a sort of a lag at the beginning, and I think it's difficult for people to reach out to people online in that way. As over time, as people got more used to that, we had more people coming forward, and we've had to deal with quite a lot of people in crisis or who need help. And at the same time, our fundraising declined by about 85–90%. So it's been a challenging year financially. So events like this are really great for all the charities out there. I'm sure it's similar in other charity sectors as well. So
yeah, we think it's a great idea to be involved with this, so thank you. Yeah, I mean, as part of our work, we support people who, for example, such as veterans, people who are seeking asylum, people who are from all over the world, from people in our own community who have experienced trauma and different issues in their life, and you know, it's really great that see a community coming together to recognise how everybody can play a part in promoting peace and well-being and in our community. So we're very proud to be part of the event.
How's the walk going?
Alhamdulillah, it's going really well.
How much do you think you've done so far?
Half of it, I think.
Half of it?
Yeah.
That's about right, yeah. Good. You're still smiling, so you're enjoying it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it hot or cold?
It's cold.
It's cold. Okay. I think you need to walk a little bit faster than to warm up, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Watch me. Alhamdulillah.
My camera's not even on.
Oh, that's terrible timing, terrible timing. Thank you. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, guys.
Thank you. That was the warm-up. When's the walk?
Just saying. Take care. Guys, welcome back, guys. Welcome back, guys.
आखिरी आए हैं
आखिर में ही आना है हमने क्या करें या अस्सलाम वालेकुम कैसे हो We are the winners. Last but at least. वालेकुम सलाम.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Zakir Chaudhry. I'm Zaimi Ala Muqami region, which is the region that's the host of this particular walk. So the charity walk has been going since late 1980s as a national walk, but particularly this regional walk that's organised by the Ahmadiyya Muslim Elders Association has been going for the last 5 or 6 years in this area. So this year has been a bit of a unique year for the planning because of the COVID restrictions that we had. So the planning for this in a way started last year, but because of lockdown we postponed last year's event, and this year's event planning then started about 4 months ago in conjunction with the council, East Hampshire District Council. This year's event, because of the COVID restrictions we've had, and when we started the planning we were still in lockdown, so we added a virtual element to this. Primarily the idea was that we would have a limited numbers physical present with the relevant, social distancing guidelines or whatever the guidelines will be at the time. So we've adhered to that. We've had a limited presence physically here and concentrated more on the online presence. So we've been working with East Hampshire District Council for a number of years now to organise this walk. Our key aim for this walk has been to involve the local community and the local charities and to help them. So really thanks out to the East Hampshire District Council for being a fantastic partner with us in organising this event, and to all of the charities that have been turned up today for the walk. to fundraise, as well as members of the public, of the community, local community here in Petersfield, where we hold this event, for them to be present in the walk and been raising funds for the various charities. But the motto of our community, the Ahmadiyya Muslim Community, is love for all, hatred for none. And this charity walk for peace, really, purpose of this is to promote that harmony and community cohesion. We know it's been a tough time for many people on an individual basis, as well as for many organizations, including charities, where over the last 18 months they've either had a drop in their funding, and at the same time they've been hit with extra demand often in the charities that they've been supporting the people. So this really was a force for us, that we were really keen to hold this event and to restart this fundraising for the charities, because it's really much needed. And we hope that through such events where we involve the community and the charities, that this message of positivity, working together, we really think it has additional benefits to just raising money as well. There are wider benefits to society, and really understanding each other and moving forward in a way together to help everybody.